Hey, this is Ron. Today we're going to change the power steering filter and the power steering fluid on this 2016 Kenworth T680 with an ISX 2350. We're going to need some Dextron 3, a flathead screwdriver to release the clamp on the bowl, and we're going to need a pair of pliers or a channel lock, something we can pinch that clamp on the hose going to the gearbox. Of course, we're going to need a clean filter, and then we're going to need a funnel to pour it back into the reservoir when we're done, and a cleanup rag to tidy up the bowl after we've emptied it out of all the old fluid. Okay, I've got a catch pan to catch the old fluid, and then there's another big pan down there for overspill, because the last time I did this I made a mess everywhere. Pinch that clamp, move it out of the way. There's a metal tube that comes up about this far in here, so you gotta mess with it a little to get it off. And again, like I said, this makes a mess because it's going to drain out of the bowl, and then it's also the pressure is going to push some fluid up out of here, so it's going to make a mess right here too. OEM recommends changing this fluid about every 100,000 miles, and the filter, you can see it looks pretty clean, but I last did it 100,000 miles ago, so. That pressure is going to push fluid out of there for a little while, so we're just going to let that drain while we work on the bowl. You can see there's a spring-loaded cap in there that helps keep the filter pushed down. I'm going to take a rag and clean this out. Let's bring it off. There. All right, I'm just cleaning the old transmission fluid off this spring-loaded cap. Put that back inside the bowl. It just snaps right on there. Take this clamp off. See, it's got some dirt and dust on it. Dust this off, clean the inside of it. So we're going to take the old filter out of here. And we've got some sitting fluid in there. You can sop that out, or you can use like an old bulb syringe to suck it out. That's more than I want to sop out, so I'm going to grab a bulb syringe. Okay, I'm just going to use a little bulb syringe, and I'm going to suck this little bit of fluid that's left out of here. They sell these at the auto parts store, but there are 2 pieces, and I think these medical ones work better. They don't split apart with oily compounds. Finish sopping it up with a rag. Okay, so I've got all the old oil cleaned up out of there. I got the stem clean that the filter sits on. You want to show in there what it looks like. So got it all cleaned out. Now we're going to take the new filter . Just set it down there for a second. We're gonna clean this up down here. This is finally finished draining. Put this hose back on all the way down. I'm gonna put this clamp back on. Now I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit from the spilled. Okay, so we got the hose reconnected, the clamp is back in place, cleaned up some of the spill, and then we've got the new filter in there. All right, so we're gonna put the clamp back on, set our bowl cover back on there. Make sure you get that knob down inside the filter. Now that's where it helps if you have 3 hands. I'm holding the clamp back there with my left hand while I screw this on with my right until the clamp is able to bite the top of the bowl. So it won't turn no more. All right, now we're ready to put the clean fluid back in it. This is an all-purpose, high-quality transmission fluid. It covers Dectron 3. We're going to fill it up to the cold full line. This is a see-through globe, so you'll be able to see the level from out here. The last time I did this, once I got it up to level, I didn't have to top it off later. It didn't need to bleed hardly at all. All right, we can start seating our globe now. I'm sitting ever so slightly on an incline, so there we go. Now we're at the full line. Ideally, you're going to want to start your engine, move your tires side to side all the way from one side to the other to let that power steering fluid cycle. But I'm sitting in my driveway and I don't want to grind my steer tires down. Okay. And that's it. You're good for another 100,000 miles.